got another hot take too. So, or not hot take, but I got a hot button question that I need to ask you when we get to it. So,
okay.
All rise for your dishonorable, not a real judge, Damone Allen. Debatable is now in session.
Welcome to a new episode of Debatable. I'm your host, now the real judge, Damone Allen. Joining me as always is Hi-Fi Mike.
hey,
And he's back and better than ever. We have MULU.
Ooh, what's up, guys? What's going on?
Welcome back. For those of you, you've been gone for a minute, so those of you who came in recently, tell the people about yourself.
It's been a while. Say no. My name is MULU. That stands for My Unique Life Unleashed. And this side right here, MULUmusic.com, is where you can find all the music, all the videos, and you can keep up because we got music dropping, and it starts next month on the 1st. We'll talk about that later
on. But speaking of music, last week we talked about NBA. Mike discovered who the NBA young boy was, and he
thought he was an NBA player.
He thought he was a young.
I thought it was a young NBA player. Like he was an NBA player, and his nickname was Young Boy. So that just the name that stuck.
You just assumed straight up like NBA's in the name. He got
right. Like what else could it be?
That's two across the plate.
A rapper.
You know what I mean? They wouldn't draft.
It's gimmick infringement. The NBA should go after him.
They probably tried. They probably have the button. They're ready for that shit.
So here's my question. Here's question number one. If you had to explain to me what he sounded like without me hearing him, how would you do that?
I can't do that because I've never listened to a song.
I can't really say that I listen to him like that. I feel like it's just
who would
noise,
he sound like?
Who would he sound like?
Yeah, who's a comparison?
Take a guess at what you think that I would understand.
It sounds like hot garbage.
Okay. I think I understand.
With auto-tune on it.
Okay, so does he rap or does he do that sing auto-tune?
It's like a combination. It's a rap with you got the little melodies in it.
So people back to mumble rap? Because mumble rap is vintage now, right? We're far enough for now that mumble rap.
I don't think they call it mumble rap anymore, but it's still there. I don't know, they call it.
Is it trap? Is he like trap?
I guess you can say, he would be like trappy. He would be a trap sound with the auto-tune singing.
I don't remember trap sounding like that.
And I don't even mind. I actually listen, I have friends who listen to mad trap, and I'll be bumping to it when I'm around. I don't have any problem with it. I'm not a fan of Young Boy.
Has the definition of trap music changed in the last 15 years that I'm not aware of?
I feel like there's subgenres of trap. You know what I'm saying? So they got your UK, you got your drill type shit, and then you got your trap shit. I feel like trappy's more clubbish sounding. Drill's more I'm gonna come to the streets and murder everybody,
Right.
Drill got that crazy tempo.
That's what I think of. Here's the biggest music question that I'm bringing to the show today.
Let's go.
Peaches and Cream or Bump Bump Bump?
Peaches and Cream.
Yes.
I like
stay on the show.
Peaches and Cream's a banger, bro.
I listen to Peaches.
I love how you said that like he wasn't going to be able to stay on the show.
Just fucking bang. Exit.
I listened to Peaches and Cream. I have Bump Bump Bump. Like I said last week, I have it on a single vinyl as well. But I listened to Peaches and Cream, and I was like, wow, this song is legitimately better.
You're just
Bump 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 is...
Bump Bump Bump's more like Spanish guitar.
That was B2K, yeah. And the other one was 112?
Yeah, 112. Bump Bump Bump.
So NBA stands for Never Broke Again, right?
Or the National Basketball Association.
Yeah, I would say that
depends.
I meant for NBA Youngboy. Yeah. And also, question: why, when I Google NBA Youngboy, is how Google has people always also ask? Yeah. Why is the first one? What is NBA Youngboy Daddy in jail for? I'm not even kidding.
Why is it worded like that?
I need the specifics. Because it's a young boy fan.
Google gets those by how people type it in.
Yep.
Yeah, so enough people had to type it that way.
Yep.
For it to come up like that.
It's actually just NBA YoungBoy typing it himself.
Over and over again.
It's one of those like
you got like 18 computers.
Things that automatically like just keep pressing the button and just keeps hitting search.
Yeah.
Opening new windows all over the computer.
Well, if you wanted to know, apparently his dad is in jail for 55 years.
Why?
I'm assuming murder. That's usually
probably
goes to jail for
25 to life.
But apparently that's why his daddy in jail for.
His daddy in jail.
Apparently, damn, he's 22 years old and is the father of 7 children with 6 different women. Dude, fucking buy condoms. You got the money.
He's allergic. Come on now.
And apparently, apparently he's having an 8th child. Or had an 8th in April of 2021. It is reported that he was expecting his 8th child with a 7th woman. He's trying to catch Nick Cannon.
I'm about to say he's Nick Cannon. He's like, oh, if Nick can do
who's this. Apparently having 2 more kids now too.
Yeah, he just keeps having kids. I thought he said he was abstinent now. I thought he was like,
yeah, okay.
I thought he said he was gonna stop for a minute.
Yeah, he stopped for a minute.
How is his sperm so powerful?
Yeah, a literal minute. He's gonna take over the world with this. He ain't gonna be here for it. All the other cannons will be.
He's making sure that somebody can take over Wild and Out when he's gone.
I'm telling you right now that aliens are already populating the planet. We think it's Nick Cannon, but it's really aliens.
I wouldn't surprise me. Hot take: Nick Cannon is one of the worst people on Wild and Out.
Oh man,
Nick Cannon is the worst on any show he's been on.
His jokes don't hit. Like that's why he got all the other people. He be buying buzzers. He be looking at direct like, I will take your job.
Pretty much. There's been times where like he's giving them dings. He's giving them dings, and I'm like, that wasn't funny.
Like that wasn't funny, bro.
Chico's better. Justina's better. What's the other? Trying to think. The
DC.
DC's definitely better.
What?
Hitman's better.
Yeah. Even fucking Conceited is better.
Even Conceited is better.
I'll be honest. I didn't know that show was still on.
D-Rec is better. He got better jokes in between. So,
it got canceled when Nick Cannon said the anti-Semitic stuff.
Yeah.
And then they brought it back because there was talk. They wanted
DC wouldn't do it.
DC, they asked DC to take over, and he said, "No, I'm not doing that. Nick Cannon is my guy. He's he discovered me. I can't do that to him." So he said no, and I'm pretty sure like Justina said no too. I'm pretty sure pretty much all of them said no unless Nick comes back.
Still in solidarity.
And then like Nick apologized. And then they brought him back. And then they brought the show back.
They were definitely out of pocket for trying to do that, though. Like, you really thought that his people were just gonna, no, come on.
Yeah, I figured, no, especially like DC seems like a very loyal person. Like, obviously, what Nick Cannon said was fucked up, but
yeah, but it was like
right. But I get like he did discover all of these people. Like, it makes sense that they would be loyal to him.
Yeah, I mean, it's the business, so he's lucky that he got solid people because the business people would be like, that check, I couldn't pass the checkup.
Yeah, true.
He married Mariah Carey.
Yes, he did. And then divorced. He's like on her.
He's like the original Pete Davidson.
He's what, Mike?
The original Pete Davidson.
I don't know.
I wouldn't say
Pete's
that
because he was on. Think about it. Look at their careers. All right,
he was a trailblazer.
Pete Davidson was terrible on SNL. Nick Cannon was terrible on all that.
I don't even remember.
I don't think Pete was that bad on.
No, he's terrible. He's not good. He's not a good actor. He's not funny.
He got his moments. I don't like when they make the songs. I think the songs are terrible.
on SNL.
Yeah, he just be
the
playing
only
the
good
stuff,
song. The only good songs they did were the Lonely Island.
Yeah, and those were
Dick in the Box.
Lonely
Island. It was Lonely Island. Yeah, everybody was Lonely Island.
Lonely Island wasn't. Now that wasn't an SNL original, right? They had that separately.
They were already doing that, but they had Sandberg on SNL, so they did the. I think that just slid his homies in there, like, let's do these songs.
Yeah, and then it blew up.
Yeah, but they were definitely doing that shit before.
Lonely Island is great.
I forgot about him for real. The other day,
you know what it was? That's what it was there, because there was a Dan. I just heard about. There was a Dan Harmon connection there. On Channel 101, they would have the Lonely Island skits for the Channel 101 stuff.
Word, I didn't know that.
So I just found that out the other day. I was listening to what'll be my recommendation later, but I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about Rick and Morty, and that came up. Like they went through the history and shit. So
word,
I learned a lot.
In a lot of shit.
Yeah, I love Dan Harmon. Then the more I listen to that, I'm like, wow, Dan Harmon is so great.
Mike's gonna now be tweeting to all the Rick and Morty podcasts.
No, I'm not retweeting. I'm not gonna do a Rick and Morty rewatch. I'm still listening to Boy Meets World and
let's get some Rick and Morty. I'll come and talk on the Rick and Morty ones. We'll break it down.
You gotta get the community one too.
I'm waiting for the community
Twitter.
I can't find a good community podcast. I've tried a few, but no, none of them stuck.
Maybe if we can ever get enough people to stay here, you can start that. You can start that. That wasn't a shout at you, MULU, by the way.
It's not you. It's literally anybody.
It's everybody.
It's literally everybody.
You can do that, or you can just do it. Do community. You two can do a community podcast.
Let's get
I don't really have any interest. I don't have
Mike
any
and
interest
MULU in the morning. We
already
have the name, bro.
Right, we already have the name.
We already have the name. I'm down to do some community podcasts.
Hell yeah.
So what we're gonna do now is, well, if you're new to the podcast, you just listen to us like ramble about music for 12 minutes. But welcome. This is Debatable, where we debate the serious, the silly, and everything in between. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have two topics as usual, on top of the ramblings we just did. So our first topic is gonna be, is Bigfoot real? MULU.
This is a random one for me. I've never been asked this question personally. But after some research, which wasn't a lot, I would like to say I want to believe that he's real. I want to believe. I'm gonna play Mulder and say he's real. Too many people have said they sighted Bigfoot. These blurry pictures, the foul smell. Yes, I'm looking at my notes. And the high-pitched cry of Bigfoot. I think people have witnessed the Bigfoot. I need to believe. All right, Scully.
That's a very old dated reference at this point.
I've been watching a lot of XFiles on Hulu. Just like I seen it was on there, and I'm like, yes, I love this show.
I think they brought it back at one point for like a hot minute.
They did for a new, they definitely did.
There was a movie or something. I don't even know.
It was like I think it was like a limited like return or something, because they've been doing that with a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
like King of the Hill is supposed to come back.
Oh, for real?
Like, yeah, like a lot of the shows are just like coming back. They're running out of ideas.
They're not running out of ideas. It's that money. It's not that they're running out of new ideas. The problem is the money isn't behind the new ideas.
True.
It's
easier.
They're a gamble.
It's easier I know I'll make money off of an X-Files or a King of the Hill reboot. But I don't know if there's already a built-in audience, but I don't know if I'm gonna make money off of this new idea. So I'm not gonna even try the new idea.
But we also live in a world now that the new ideas are getting picked up with streaming services.
Yeah.
But they're
so also not there's so many.
I was about to say
things aren't getting noticed.
You see what they did with Mortal Kombat. A lot of people, they tried some original shit with that. A lot of people didn't like it.
I loved it.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was a dope movie.
I thought it was great. I liked the little. There was like some corny ass moments though, like when they would do their little like say their thing like throughout the whole thing. I thought the Kano wins was like good because it felt natural. Everything else felt like they was like we're not into Mortal Kombat. Like we know we're in Mortal Kombat.
I want a number 2 because I want a tournament because it was a movie about a tournament that never happened.
Right. But that's how you knew they were trying to. They got more to it. They got.
I think they already announced it.
I'm down, man.
What made me mad was like you wanted more Scorpion and you didn't get enough Scorpion. That was bad.
I need to rewatch it again. It's been a minute, but it was a good movie. It was dope.
I thought it was good.
You can call me Jax, you can call me Scully because I also believe. Here's the thing. As long as you believe it's real and enough people believe it's real, then it's real.
It's out there.
That's not how that works.
That is how it works. There's a name for it that I can
truthiness.
Nope.
The internet.
That's
rule?
not it. There's a name
you can look up
if enough people believe it's real.
Rule 34.
Yeah.
If enough people believe that it's real, in the collective unconscious, it becomes real. It's same thing with Slender Man. Slender Man's not real, but it's real.
It's real in your mind.
The Chupacabra,
psychological warfare,
Jersey Devil. These are
Loch
all
Ness
things
monster,
that are real, but also right. These are all things that are real because the collective unconscious believes they're real. So therefore they are.
Yeah.
There's a word for it, and I'll get to it when you're telling us, Damone, but I can't I can see it, I can't say it.
It's on the tip of the tongue.
No, it's not fucking real. Just because everybody thinks it's real doesn't make it fucking real. I can say there's a pencil on my desk. If I could have 1 million people in here look at my desk, there's no pencil. If I tell you there's a pencil, everyone thinks.
But
there's
to
a pencil.
us,
just because there
might be a pencil there. It's underneath the desk. It's in the drawer. It's somewhere. There's a fucking pencil there.
Just because you think there's a pencil there doesn't make there a pencil there.
If I don't think out.
What? All right. So, like Jeffrey the Mongoose, Jeff the Mongoose. Yes, that was real. It was. Go listen to that episode of last podcast, Jeff the Mongoose. Like,
I'm gonna be honest. I love last podcast, but I don't like the cryptid episodes.
Oh, I love the cryptid episodes. Like, I got into them. I love the cryptid episodes. It's a nice, departure from the murder.
Yeah, I like the history for the departure from the murder. I like the history ones. So I'm gonna go with no. I don't think Bigfoot is real. I think at this point there's been so much exploration of pretty much every piece of land on the planet. Not every piece of land. Obviously, there's still hidden areas and stuff, or areas that haven't been discovered by a man. Yeah, I'm not including the ocean. Obviously,
he comes from the bottom of the ocean. That's why nobody can find him.
Yeah, but Loch Ness Monster's not real. Where I live in Perry, there was the Perry serpent. Did you watch the Godzilla versus Kong movie? I did not.
Those
are both not real.
There's a portal that they go through, and that's it's in Antarctica. That's why you can't go up there because there's a portal up there for monsters like that. Bigfoot.
No, I don't believe in it. I think if that were real, it would have been discovered already. Especially since there's a million.
You think they would tell you if they knew?
Since the fact that there's all these TV shows that are hunting Bigfoot. You know what they always find at the end of the episode? Absolutely fucking nothing.
Well, yeah, that's why you got to come back.
Find footprints.
If they find
Bigfoot, they're not going to put it on TV.
They're not going to.
Why the fuck am I watching this TV show for?
For money purposes, so they can build the weapon that kills him. Okay. That's what it is.
It's I will admit I did watch the one.
Don't watch the shows.
What was it? Ghost Hunters, I think it was called.
I like
Ghost where they would go into the different ghost house. The only one I really remember watching is the one with CM Punk in it, because I'm a CM Punk fan.
With CM Punk. I didn't know there was one with CM Punk.
Yeah, they did it was when SmackDown was on Sci-Fi still. And they did a joint, because both shows are on Sci-Fi, so they did a crossover episode where CM Punk went. I think they were in Chicago. They went to some haunted place in Chicago, and like he hunted ghosts with them, but like they never find anything fucking either. It's this random ass meter. You hear all fucking sound, and they're like, "Oh my god, it must be a ghost."
I like the
and like they're like
adventures.
random their meter thing, like it'll pick up this little like spike, and it'll be like, "Yep, there's the proof. There's the proof. Ghosts are real." It's like no, it's probably a fucking rat.
I know some. I have some ghost stories. Okay, I have some ghost stories.
I am more likely to believe that ghosts are real than I am Bigfoot is real.
Bigfoot is real, dog.
I just think someone would have.
He's out there.
Also, how many big feet are there? Is there only
and Tupac
one?
is alive.
Are there more?
I don't know, man. You know what? I'll be honest. I've seen some videos that really fucking put me through. I'm just like, you know what? This man's alive. Like
Tupac is Kendrick Lamar. It's like,
did you just you went down the YouTube?
I went down like a YouTube. I think it started on TikTok.
Mike thinks the Earth is flat now.
I don't think
I did that. I did that whenever I was in high school, and like that shit fucked me up for a while. Was it my little muscle? Sorry, I saw some.
Yeah, but I'm on Team Bigfoot's not real. Ghosts probably aren't real. Maybe they might be.
Hey, man. Don't play with them.
What was gonna say? Yeah, I don't believe in most of the cryptids. I'm one of those people I need to see like definitive proof, not just a random ass footprint that could be anything.
We're gonna take you to a haunted house, a real one.
I'd go. There's like probably like 10-15 minutes away from my house. There's an asylum that they do like every year around Halloween. They do like tours and stuff that's supposed to be haunted.
You got to go to the ones that ain't an attraction. You just got to go to the ones that's like, hey, bro, I heard about this murder in this house. Go check this out. And
you just breaking into houses.
You just going and like, oh, so let's keep it. There's an abandoned church up here that nobody knows about. Got some signs that's just spray painted on.
That's how you end up getting murdered.
It is. Yeah, you gotta make sure you're strapped.
And you join the ghost.
You stay strapped at all times. This is then turns into an episode of American Horror Story.
Yeah,
the house never lets you go.
Yeah, you become a ghost because that's why ghosts are real. Apparently, because you become a ghost when you go in there.
That more ghosts would be like there'd be more around me, then I'd be cool because I'm like whatever. Still like I'm kicking.
I can't find that term, but I will come back with it next week.
I forgot you were looking for that term.
I did too. I'm gonna go find a last podcast episode where they say it. I'm gonna write it down, and we're gonna get it in here next week.
I know you're like talking about the collective unconscious.
Yeah, well, there's a term for the specific things that you believe in it. I think they went over it in one of their Chaos Magic episodes, and I've been wanting to go back and listen to those anyways. So I'll probably do that.
Okay. Well, we don't have the same sponsors that last podcast on the left does. So we ain't that famous yet.
Getting there.
But yeah, hopefully. But if you need a pick me up, get some Rays.
Are you tired? Tired of those other energy drinks hitting you with a short burst of jittery energy, followed by a crash that leaves you with less energy than you had before? Well, fear not, because Ray's energy drinks are specifically formulated to get you going without making you jittery and keeps you from crashing. With 0 sugars, 0 calories, and better caffeine than a cup of coffee, Ray's energy drinks are the #1 growing energy drink on the market. With flavors like Baja Lime, Sour Gummy Worm, Guava Mango, and Strawberry Colada, Ray's has some of the best tasting energy drinks available. You can get a case of Ray's right now by going to repsports.com and using promo code T1THREE when you check out to take 15% off of your next order. That's promo code T1THREE for 15% off of your next order of better, tastier energy.
And speaking of up,
Sour Gummy.
Your body and the bodies you're loving deserve nothing but the best. Organic Lovin is the only adult subscription box that includes eco-friendly body products, from body-safe adult toys to sex-positive books and erotic seminars. Organic Lovin's online store has everything you and your partner or partners could ever need to heat things up. And right now, your friends at T13 Media want to take 10% off of your next order. Just go to organiclovin.com and use promo code T1, THREE, like the sound the bed makes when you check out. Organic Lovin'. Love organically, purely, deeply, boldly.
Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do our tournament. The way tournaments work here are under Travi rules, because fuck Travis. Instead of him being able to put in a million things into the bracket, we have some sort of order. Since there's 3 of us, we'll each put 5 things in. They will randomize them. They go ahead. Well, there 5 things in, and then there'll be 1 universal. We'll randomize them until they vote. Then we'll vote until there's 1 final winner. So this week's tournament is going to be what is the best Robin Williams movie. So everybody ready? What do we think is the universal? Like, which one do we know?
Honestly, I think that Miss Doubtfire.
Yeah, that's the universal.
Yeah, that could be the universal.
Or Flubber.
I can't have Flubber be the universal. I watched Mrs. Doubtfire so many times as like a kid.
Yeah,
I wasn't a fan.
I still watch Mrs. Doubtfire. Are you kidding me?
Wasn't a fan of it.
Sorry. Wasn't a fan of Mrs. Doubtfire?
Sorry. Big Mama's House. Sorry.
Which came first?
Mrs. Doubtfire.
I know Mrs. Doubtfire.
1000% Mrs. Doubtfire.
I know it came first.
Okay, boo. You're giving me your 5.
My 5.
Yep.
Jumanji.
Also watched that a lot. I remember seeing that in the theaters. I
still
haven't watched the ones with The Rock.
I didn't watch them either.
I watched the first one with The Rock. I haven't watched the second one.
I have no interest.
Honestly, it wasn't bad.
Don't touch that movie. Don't touch Jumanji.
Bad.
Name it something
different.
else.
Like you didn't. No, because we already had too many things.
So, we're gonna name a video game Jumanji now. It's a board game, damn it.
Well, it was cool because they went into the game.
No.
Instead of the game coming out.
Pagemaster, he went into the books. It's not original.
Yo, we talked about Pagemaster last week, right? Damone hasn't seen it.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
You should watch that. That lit.
I've also never seen Sandlot, but I won't watch Sandlot out of spite.
You know, I'm not gonna say that you have to watch Sandlot, but it's a good good little classic.
The issue is that everybody tells me I have to watch
but
Sandlot.
You should watch Pagemaster.
So I won't watch Sandlot now out of spite.
No, you should still watch Sandlot.
Should watch Pagemaster.
There's a reason people tell you to watch Sandlot, but you only have to watch it once. You don't have to keep watching it. It's not like Angels in the Outfield.
Like I have to watch it one time, and then you're like, okay, you watch it one time, then you're good. Is it really that good?
Yeah, watch it one time, you're good, and then go watch your good movie like Major League.
So people don't hit you with it forever, and you don't know what it is. Like you're just looking like.
Like
honestly, I've probably seen Sandlot a total of 4 times.
The only thing I know from Sandlot is "You're Killing Me, Smalls."
Yeah,
I use
that's it. That's the movie.
Yeah.
That's it, and then there's a dog.
Yeah,
that's about it. I couldn't tell you the rest.
What was the lifeguard's name? Wasn't her last name like Pepper or something?
I don't remember. I know that there is that CPR scene where she tries to bring and he slips the tongue or something. Yeah,
Young Logic, you got the Logic glasses on there.
What's your second one?
Oh my bad. Yeah, okay. Goodwill Hunting.
Yeah.
And then August Rush is not really his movie, but he's in it.
I don't even remember him in it.
He was the guy with all the kids, the little misfit kids that was in the theater. Okay. He was like their ringleader dude.
I don't think I've seen that movie in like 10 years. I haven't seen it in a very long time. I have it on DVD, or had it at least.
So that's 3, huh? Aladdin.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
And Bicentennial Man.
The genie might be the GOAT cartoon character.
When he was a robot that was trying to become a human.
Okay,
and he like
I know
to get his like rights. I remember that movie.
It's a good one. I have to rewatch it, but I remember like bits and pieces enough for me to say it's one of his good ones. Not that he has many bad ones.
No, he really doesn't. Mike.
Night at the Museum.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, that did too.
Yeah, I mean, it has Ben Stiller. It has.
Ironically, I wasn't talking about that movie, but
it's a great movie.
It is a good movie, though. They didn't need to make a second one.
They didn't need to make it. Wasn't there a third one?
Yeah, there's 3. I think the third one came out like right before he died or after. It might have been after.
Yes, it was after. The third one did. What Dreams May Come.
I haven't gotten to see it, actually.
Oh, that's a good movie. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I used to watch that a lot.
I've had it recommended to me a few times, and I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Let's go with Man of the Year.
That's the
where he runs for president. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the one where he's a comedian who runs for president. Jack.
Okay.
I know that one.
And last one. Hook. Oh, Hook. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'll be honest. Hook is my favorite Robin Williams movie. Period.
I think that's most people's favorite, outside of Jumanji. Or Goodwill Hunting. I like that's a good one.
I'm gonna go with Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh yeah.
He had a lot of serious roles.
He did, but because he was good at both.
Yeah,
because he could still be himself in a serious role.
Yep.
And you're still like, that's Robin Williams.
Fit the character, man. He can make it fit anything.
Insomnia.
I don't think I've ever seen that
one. 1 Hour Photo. Dead Poet.
That's a good one.
We're going with like all of the serious ones.
I was gonna put on my list.
This one's
really
not
easy.
A serious one, but my last one's gonna be Cadillac Man.
Cadillac Man.
We didn't get Popeye on there. We didn't get Birdcage.
Yeah, Popeye. So I was thinking about putting Popeye on there.
I mean, that was like his first role, right?
Yeah, like I don't think that was like the best.
I watched it a lot when I was like a child, and then I don't know, for some reason it stopped showing up in my world, so never went back to it. I felt like I watched it. It's one of those movies I watched enough as like a 2-year-old that I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah. It just burned into your brain forever.
Yeah, I can still see it. Like I it's that sensory, like.
What movie?
Popeye.
Oh yeah. I don't remember that movie.
I remember watching it on our old TV and just sitting there watching it. Like that was something my mom would turn on. That and like these cartoons, these like old VHS.
Oh yeah. My dad had a
Three Stooges.
My dad used to have, like in June, they would play Bugs Bunny like Looney Tunes marathon. It was called June Bugs, and my dad had it on VHS. And every year he would put the shit in there in June, let that shit up.
Yeah.
Anytime I hear Bugs Bunny anything, I'm like, yo.
It's what I like to do with Christmas movies and Halloween movies, like during that time of the year.
But Cadillac,
if you can get a hold of the June Bugs stuff, then you have one for June. Then my mom ended up accidentally taping over it with Law and Order, so halfway through it's just like fucking you're a child and like SUVs like boom boom, like oh shit.
I'm gonna take out Cadillac Man because I don't think it'll do well because I don't think either of you have seen it before, right?
Yeah, I've seen it, but it's been a long time.
So pretty much he's a car salesman who's having an affair with one of his coworkers. Yeah, she works there, and her boyfriend like shows up at the car dealership and holds them all hostage. That boyfriend is Tim Robin.
No, I don't. I think I've watched it at least once, but
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's pretty funny.
You said Cadillac, like,
Tim Robbins, yeah, it's Tim Robbins is in it. I'm gonna take it out and put Happy Feet.
Happy Feet.
I'll take it.
But you can't put Flubber on there?
What?
I said, but you can't put Flubber on there?
I can't put Flubber over any of these movies.
Oh yeah, I forgot Flubber. I forgot Flubber was a movie again.
It's not a good movie. It's a movie.
I saw it in theaters with my daycare.
It was fun.
It was 1996, 1997, something like that. It was.
There's another really weird movie he did, Death of Smoochie.
Yeah,
I never watched it.
I've watched.
I know what you're talking about.
I was too young to watch it, but if it was Robin Williams, my dad did not give a shit. He just put it on. Like, my dad did not care what movies I watched. So anything that I wasn't allowed to watch, I usually watched it at my stepdad's house. And then I'd take the DVDs home and wait for my mom to go to bed, and then I'd put them on in the DVD player, my little DVD player that I got for Christmas one year. Oh.
Yeah, but Death of Smoochie is it's super weird, and it's just weird.
It's weird. It's like a Barney. He's like it's like a Barney type character that this dude wants to kill. That's what I remember. I remember playing on Comedy Central.
Yeah, Smoochie the Rhino.
Yeah, that's like I can see it, but I don't remember I don't remember actually sitting down to watch that shit.
Yeah, Rainbow Randolph is a child entertainer who is fired after an FBI sting operation proves him guilty of bribery. Infuriated and driven mad with jealousy as his replacement, Smoochie the Rhino, who's Ed Norton, inherits his time slot and audience. Randolph seeks to ruin the Rhino's career at all costs. It's a super weird movie. Any replacements? Anything we want to switch out?
Nope.
I'm solid and sound in my picks.
I got my picks. So every day we shuffle and shuffle and shuffle.
So, what dreams may come versus Man of the Year? Mike.
What dreams may come?
MULU.
I'm also gonna go with What Dreams May Come, just based off of all the recommendations I've ever gotten over Man of the Year.
It's definitely a sappy movie, I'll tell you that much.
Most of the people that have recommended it to me were women.
Yeah.
So,
I went
not that that's a problem. I'm not saying
no. I went through when I was like 18 and 19. I went through this phase where I watched a lot of movies like this. Like it's just, I mean, like that's probably when I started Love Actually and shit. Like, I watched a lot of chick flicks when I was younger.
I have as well. No shame in it. No shame.
Sometimes they were good movies, man.
They are.
The Notebook was on a lot. I had for whatever reason, I've had multiple copies of that DVD at any time.
Never
I think I have 3 copies of it right now.
It's a good movie. It's a good story. That's what
it is at every garage sale and every Goodwill. So if you ever need it, just go to a garage sale or Goodwill and you'll find it.
You can find it.
And I like romantic comedy.
But you have to go listen to Kendrick.
You
gotta go listen to the Kendrick album.
It's just sad.
So the best part about that movie is with the Notebook is the first half of the movie. So like if you like the first half of Titanic, you're gonna like the first half of the Notebook. And that's all you gotta watch.
Fuck Rose, by the way. My annual fuck Rose.
See, and you don't even get the fuck Rose moment in that movie. It's beautiful.
Right.
It's good.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I love story.
When you're in the mood for it, it's a good movie. So what are you going with?
I'm gonna go with What Dreams May Come. I don't really have a strong opinion.
I mean, he's a dude who goes to heaven. I should have just explained. He's a dude who goes to heaven, because he got in a car accident. But he's living his life up there. Well, his death up there, and then he finds out that his wife got sent to hell because she committed suicide. So he leaves heaven to go find her in hell.
Oh,
it is a fucking badass movie.
That's
dope. Dumb.
That sounds dope, though.
I just be chilling up.
You shouldn't have killed yourself, baby. I'm sorry.
And maybe it's because they're both serious comedians doing serious roles, but it reminded me a lot of Spotless Mind with Jim Carrey. It wasn't, but it does. Like it's
I like that.
They're nothing alike, but they're also very similar.
I like that movie.
That movie is also,
it's good.
Weird. It's odd. It's not one of those movies.
It's a very serious movie, but
it's not one of those movies like I'm turning on.
No,
I'm not purposely going to watch it.
I have not purposely watched it in about 13 years or something around there. So
if that's your go-to movie, then that's pretty
sad. I will not say it's a bad movie. It's a great movie.
I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm saying if that's your go-to, then you're sad.
Oh yeah, I mean it's
we need to make you happy.
That was such a weird time. Like Punch Drunk Love that Adam Sandler did.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I feel like Little Miss Sunshine's kind of like that too, where it's like super weird.
Little Miss Sunshine, dude.
It's not as trippy, but like it's not one of those movies. It's a good movie, but I'm
Little
not gonna
Miss Sunshine is fucking good. Honestly, I've been kind of wanting to watch Little Miss Sunshine for a while now.
Like it's a good movie. It's kind of weird.
I can't really remember it.
It's not purposely going to watch.
I remember the most specific part of that movie is the kid, he wants to be in the Air Force, but then he finds out he's like colorblind and he has his like breakdown. I just remember back in the day when that movie came out, that kid, my mom would always say we looked alike because I had long black hair, like I had that hair. So it just reminds me of that. But yeah, dude, it's a good movie.
So next one's gonna be Jumanji versus 1 Hour Photo. MULU.
Oh,
Jumanji.
I was gonna say this is a 1, 2, 3, right? Like this is
Jumanji. Even though 1 Hour Photo, I accept. Give 1 Hour Photo my sympathy vote. It's a really good movie. It's actually a very good horror movie. Like,
right.
So I'm gonna give it a sympathy vote. I think Jumanji is better, but I'm gonna give it a sympathy vote so it doesn't get swept. So it doesn't get 1, 2, 3.
You got 1, 2, 3. We've seen it happen already.
This one's a fire one. Good Morning Vietnam versus Mrs. Doubtfire.
All right,
this could be a final.
So the only thing I can tell you from Good Morning Vietnam is Good Morning Vietnam, and that's it. That's where it ends. But Miss Doubtfire, I've watched a lot. So we're going Miss Doubtfire.
I will. Is it my turn?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I will also second Mrs. Doubtfire versus Gourmet because I haven't seen Good Morning Vietnam. I don't know it enough.
That movie's really fucked up if you think about it. Like all right. So here's the thing about Miss Doubtfire. Hold on. So the guy that the mom gets with,
Pierce,
like that. He's a really good fucking guy.
Yeah, he's being a good.
Robin Williams' character
stepdad
is not a good guy in this. Like he does not come out looking good, but that dude, he's a legitimately good dude.
Yeah, he's like helping take care of the other guy's kids.
They all say that Pete Davidson is a good dude too.
I guess. I just Kanye saying that God saved him from the accident so he could whip David's ass.
God's like, hey man, come on, bro.
Come on, don't be talking about me like that.
Whoa. First you're calling yourself Jesus, now you're telling people I saved you so you could beat up Pete. This is fucked up.
I mean, I'm not usually a fan of Kanye, but I'm all about it. I'd watch that. I'd pay for pay-per-view. I'd actually pay for pay-per-view to watch him fight. Let's get them in MMA. I don't like MMA, but let's put them in UFC.
I don't really care. I don't have a strong opinion on Pete Davidson. He's just kind of there for me.
That's the problem. He's just there, but he keeps being there.
It's just he's good at being.
I'm jealous.
He's good at it. He's just like that dude in high school that coasted through high school. Now he's just coasting through.
He's not even funny. I want to say it's because he's funny, but he's not.
I think he has funny moments. I think like it's like his dry delivery that makes him like funny. It's just
I did see like a video of him. I don't remember what he was talking about, but it's actually pretty funny.
His stand-up isn't bad, but you can tell he's nervous as shit when he's up there.
Yeah. And I think that's why people like him. Like he's relatable. But hey, he bagged Ariana Grande, and then he bagged
Middleton.
Kim Kardashian. So
Kate Middleton in the middle of that.
Can we?
No, yeah. So he's doing something right.
He went to the underworld.
He must have just a giant cock, right? Like that's got to be it.
He just like
third leg.
He hit the send all button on sending.
Like we're talking
like whoever comes through.
Every female celebrity that comes through, he just has the list. Like she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything.
Yeah, they're with it.
Hey, Pete.
His Tinder page is just his dick with his face on
it. It's gotta be it because
got his face chopped.
Nothing else makes sense.
He's meth head attractive, I guess.
I feel like it's like
when
people say like funny guys get the girl. I think that's like a good example.
You know who's not attractive but somehow comes off as attractive? Andrew Garfield. He's not attractive. Like there's something about his face, but he it's like a mirage. Like there's a my girlfriend and I were watching The Amazing Spider-Man. It's just like he's not attractive, but somehow you think he's attractive.
I mean, like Michael Cera's not attractive, but somebody out there wants to bang Michael Cera.
Yeah, I never watched those Spider-Mans that he's in.
Did you ever watch This Is the End when they talk about Michael Cera?
It's been a very long time since I've watched that movie once. I don't think I could watch it again because it gives me like
hair.
I love that movie though.
It gives me like I don't like apocalypse stuff.
I feel it.
It's funny though. It gets my anxiety going.
Okay. I'm a sucker for Seth Rogen movies, so
I might be able to watch it now. I've watched a lot more horror since the last time I've seen it. So
yeah, I'm about to say, don't you watch like murder movies?
I do, but
you got the whole Last Street on the Left.
I do, and that's the thing is that's real murder.
There you go.
So I've come out of my shell a lot, but for some reason, maybe it's the idea of
like the biblical aspect.
Yeah,
of it.
Or specific religion being right about it.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, that could be it.
Like what are they trying to tell us?
Anyway, I'm gonna vote for Mrs. Doubtfire too.
Oh yeah, Mrs. D. She wins.
Oh yeah.
Jack versus Insomnia. MULU.
We go with Jack.
Mike.
I watched Jack in a whole lot in 1997. That had, I'm pretty sure that Fran from fucking The Nanny was on that, and they had talked a lot about boobs. Like I was in.
Mr. Sheffield.
Like I was like 8 years old, and I'm like, I'm in.
Like this is it. She bad.
Right. So, I was just like, there's a whole. They talk a whole lot about boobs and Playboys, and
so let's do it.
And it's I'm in.
Skinamax.
Yeah, I'm voting for Jack too.
Oh, this is a good one.
Night at the Museum. Night at the Museum versus Hook. Mike.
Hook. It's Hook. I love Night at the Museum, but it's Hook. I'm gonna say also Hook is more of a Robin Williams movie than Night at the Museum.
Yeah.
MULU.
I'm going with Hook. It definitely beats that one for me.
Hook.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Hook. What the Hook gonna be?
I do agree. Like he's more of a side character in Night at the Museum. I mean, he's important. He's not the main character.
MULU, you should write a song about the movie Hook.
How would I do it? I mean, I could actually. You can.
I was like, you're the rapper. You tell me.
There's metaphors in there. I can write one just specifically for you, as long as you use it as an ad.
Hell yeah! We'll use it as like in between music.
I got you. I'll work on it and see what happens.
We need that. That debatable freestyle.
You can do it like
over the beat, because that beat's hard every time it plays. I'm like, I say you can write every time.
Write it like you're in the perspective of a lost boy going into that final battle against Hook and his pirates.
I will do this for you. I'll write it at least. I'll write a small.
This is what I wish I knew how to play and write power metal, because That would be a sick
That
ass
would
power
actually
metal
be
song.
a sick concept for that. Yeah. You fucking
Through the fires and the flames.
yeah. Fucking, you gotta
there's no chance.
Get some voice lessons to get that vocal cords warmed up.
Right.
Let's go. I was just telling my boy earlier, let's start a band. As if I don't have 100 other things that I need to be doing. Let's start a band too.
Same.
My midlife crisis now.
I just keep telling myself that I should start a band, and then I look at my guitar. I'm like, all right, that's good enough for today.
Like I'm gonna play a little bit.
I play for like 10 minutes. I'm like, like
pick it up
my hands hurt.
Yeah.
Calluses.
Gotta build them calluses.
It's like I build them up. I start to build them up, and then I stop playing again.
They sell those little things for your fingers now.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
There we go.
You gotta get the calluses because
like you gotta if like a real guitar player sees you with those on, they're gonna make you feel like a little bitch.
Plus you can't feel the strings, so you don't know how hard you're pressing.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of how rough it is on the fingers, but I do really want to learn. So I've been I haven't been fucking with my guitar now, but I was at one point in my absence.
I'll say it now. Playing acoustic guitar is a lot harder than playing electric guitar.
Yeah.
I find electric a lot easier, but I enjoy acoustic a lot more.
I honestly I like the sound of the electric guitar whenever I'm fucking with it, but the acoustic sound is like hits the soul.
I enjoy playing my acoustic way more than my electric, but then when I got on my electric, it's easiest for me to just fuck around.
Yeah,
I can't really fuck around on my acoustic.
It's actually I've been fucking. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
You do it. You good.
I forgot. We're good.
I could actually fuck around a little bit better on the acoustic. But that's because I was fucking with that way longer than I was I finally had somebody just let me play or fuck around with this electric guitar. And then I started fucking with it. I'm like, oh my God, these strings don't hurt my fingers. Because the strings on the acoustic that I have are they're rough. I gotta change that motherfucker.
When I play chords, I prefer the acoustic. But when I'm trying to play power chords, bar chords, anything like that, it's on the electric. I could just do it. I don't have to murder my fingers for it.
Right.
And I just can't pull for some reason. I still can't do power chords and bar chords very well on an acoustic, and I don't know why.
I'm honestly a drummer though at heart. I went to a Musicians Hall of Fame and Nashville, and they have this little Grammy stage set up, and it has all these instruments on it. And I went and sat on the electric the electric drum set I was in there for a minute. I was like, yo, y'all keep moving through the fucking, I'm in here. I was playing that shit for a minute. Can we go see the rest of the shit? Y'all could go. I'm over here doing shit. I got the headphones on.
I'm recording an album.
I'm in the zone. Get the fuck out of here. We're creative. Go pick up another instrument. You're in
it. Here's my band.
We're a band now.
Yeah, we started. If you step foot on this stage, you are now part of the
band. Goodwill Hunting versus Happy Feet. Mike.
Oh, Goodwill Hunting.
MULU.
It's not your fault. Goodwill Hunting.
Goodwill Hunting.
He's wicked smart.
Also, that's another movie for me that it's a good movie, but I'm not gonna go watch it.
I will.
Watch it. If it's on, I'm watching it. I'm gonna watch it. Got to see about a girl, dog.
August Rush versus Bicentennial Man. MULU.
August Rush, every time.
Mike.
August Rush.
I'm going Bicentennial Man. These do sound like band names, by the way. August Rush and Bicentennial Man sound like a band.
Rush. I'm going to the Bicentennial Man show. August Rush is opening.
Bicentennial Man, that would be the name of my power metal band.
Yeah, but that would be perfect name.
Through the fires and the flames.
We are Dead Poet Society.
Yeah, that would be the emo band. That's
the My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
I heard that song sucked, by the way. The new My Chemical.
I didn't listen to it.
I haven't listened to it.
It was okay. It wasn't the worst thing I've heard.
I haven't listened to it.
I just seen a post that said they were back, and I was like, "Oh, word!" I just
it dropped the same. It dropped the same day as the new Kendrick.
I was about to say you fucked up trying to drop when Kendrick's dropping. That is not the time for you to be dropping anything. Not the time.
What do we have? There's a mic. There's multiple.
So my songs
dropped. Honestly, I didn't realize Kendrick came out. I could listen to a song easier than I could listen to an album. But
I saw the video with all the deep fakes, and it was if you're dropping anything right now, you are not gonna like your numbers, bro. I'm sorry.
My Chem, that's a 6-minute song. I was able to take a shit and listen to it, and I was done before the song was over.
You can't drop. It's a bad timing. Whoever's on their team made a mistake. Kendrick did kind of like pop it up on people, but you had enough time to like at least nudge it back. I was gonna drop some music this month, but I saw Kendrick was dropping music, and I was like, we got another month after that.
I don't think that My Chemical Romance was thinking about Kendrick Lamar dropping an album.
They should have.
I don't necessarily know if the core of either of their fan bases mix that much.
They probably.
I'm sure there's crossover.
They probably do.
But I think a lot of them, My Chem fans, are still 13-year-old girls.
I still listen to My Chemical.
I listen to My Chem.
I literally listened to.
I listened to My Chem also when I was 13. I wasn't a girl, but I was 13. But I was I was a scene kid, so take that how you want.
Take it back Sunday and all.
And we're talking like early scene kid, so like I was wearing girl pants because they weren't selling the tight jeans and.
Did you have the hair
men's pants? Oh yeah, I had my bangs and
I had Liberty spikes at one point.
No, I didn't have Liberty spikes. What I had my hair was cut like at an angle, so really you couldn't see any of my eyes. It was just cut at an angle, and this was all a result of a bad haircut I had gotten for myself, so I could do a cosplay of a Lovin character at one point. And so, but the back of my hair, I would spike that up. So the back was spiked up in the front, and I went to college like this.
He said, "Mood apathetic,"
and that lasted. I dressed like that for a while until probably the second semester of college. So the May of next year, 2008 was probably when I cut the hair off. I got the original haircut done. I got the original haircut done. Well, do you remember Thursday in the Square?
Yes.
During Thursday in the Square, like in where people used to go, like you weren't at the Square, you were next to the Square, like in that area until the cops started kicking you out. They started kicking people out and telling them to keep moving. Yeah, right there.
Just in the middle of
in the middle, yeah. Just in the middle. Friend I knew brought some scissors, cut my hair right there. It was not good. It was a terrible idea, and I should have went to go get it done.
Actual barber
at an actual barber.
You didn't get a piercing by yourself. You got a fucking haircut.
And then the best time I had with that hair was when I had the main like bang. It was bleach blonde, and then I had a little like tuft over here blonde. So this was like blonde, and this was like blonde. That was fantastic. All the pictures I had are gone of
Tony Hawk Pro Skater, creative player.
You gotta grow back out.
I'm realizing now I don't have any pictures of that haircut with the blonde.
You gotta bring it back.
I gotta see if I can find one.
Bring it back for like one episode.
I don't think it's possible now. Like, I don't think I'd be able to pull it off. I don't know, because it's not just a one episode thing. That is a commitment.
Yeah, that's a whole routine in the morning. Hair care at night.
Yep. So what do we do now? We're not second round yet. Aladdin versus Dead Poets Society.
Here's one. You can't see it, but here's a picture
Let's go.
I hate it. No, don't do that, Mike. I changed my mind.
Let's go.
That was in my Ninja Turtle hoodie.
I'm an emo kid. Nothing for me is gonna be. You mean nothing for me too?
This is in college. Hold on. If you're not watching, you should go watch. Check this out on YouTube.
I hate it.
Let's go.
Yeah, that looks terrible, Mike.
My name was Michael Massacre.
Yeah, don't ever do that again.
Was you wrestling?
Wait. Here, look. Here we go. Here's a picture of me getting my hair cut.
He's finding all the classics.
Yeah,
that was my favorite shirt. That's my Blood Brothers shirt.
This is in between when me and Mike were friends. Like me and Mike were friends in 7th and 8th grade. We went to different high schools, and he turned into that. I saw him again, he was not that anymore.
No.
Hey man, I was friends with everybody. I had friends with hair like that.
Retire Michael Massacre.
All right,
bring him back.
Let's
bring him back.
Let's get this.
Aladdin versus Dead Poet. MULU.
I'm gonna go with Dead Poet Society, to be honest.
Mike.
I dig
Prince Ali turned out to be Baba.
Yeah, it's Aladdin. It's Aladdin.
I'm a poet, so
I don't know if I spelled Aladdin right. That's honestly my favorite Disney movie, and there's actually multiple ways to spell the name Aladdin.
Hercules is my favorite Disney movie.
There's one with 2 L's. There's one with 1 D.
Lion King and then Aladdin is my second.
Aladdin was always my go-to.
We watched
that Hercules soundtrack.
Hercules is fire.
It's fucking
Hercules
fire.
Is all right.
That soundtrack.
The best part of that
fucking fire. I'm sorry, it's fire.
Was Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito.
Okay, it wasn't. I was like, I don't know if I was remembering right, or I'm thinking of like
a little like.
All right, so
Senator or whatever it is.
Next time you watch it, imagine the Senator.
Yeah, you're right. He's a goat. He's a goat.
Just imagine instead it's Frank Reynolds running around.
It pretty much is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So just imagine
like before his mind starts to
in your mind superimpose Frank Reynolds.
It's like second.
That's what I do with all Danny DeVito movies now. He's just
Frank Reynolds as the Penguin.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much.
It
when
works.
He was the mortician, he was pretty much the Penguin.
He's gonna bust out of Bruce Wayne's couch, butt ass naked.
I would honestly pay a lot of money to see, to have all the movies remade with him as Frank Reynolds, but also with Charlie.
Yeah, his family,
right. So weird.
So like them in Batman Returns, and Charlie's there just behind him, like doing shit, and like
the wild card.
Yeah, they're both eating the fish.
He got the toe knife. He tries to take out Batman with the toe knife.
They're all wild cards.
Yep, I forgot about the toe knife.
The toe knife.
So
the battle for the rum ham.
That's the sequel. What Days May Come versus Jumanji, Mike.
Jumanji
all day.
Yeah, Jumanji.
Man, I really wish I could do a power metal band because a lot of these I do power metal songs about.
About Jumanji?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You can write them.
My life from a bunch of fucking monkeys.
It's 2022. You can't.
Yeah, there's auto-tune.
I'm not good enough.
What you do is you get your ASCAP license, you write the songs, and you sell them to a band. Make your passive
pretty
income.
Much.
You're kicking knowledge
what
right
you
now.
do.
Feel like Russ. It's like, no.
What are you going with the most?
Jumanji. Easily. That's a 1, 2, 3 in my opinion.
Yeah, this is where it gets hard.
Mrs. Doubtfire versus Jack. Mike.
It's Mrs. Doubtfire.
MULU.
I'm gonna give Jack the sympathy vote because I feel like Mrs. D is gonna win.
It is. Mrs. Doubtfire wins. Hook versus Goodwill Hunting. Were you gonna say, Mike?
We'll come back to it. Hook.
MULU.
It's not your fault. Goodwill Hunting gets my vote.
I'm gonna go with Hook.
Hey,
I'm more likely. I'm more likely to rewatch Hook than I am.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm throwing Hook on.
I could see that. I can see that.
Goodwill Hunting, like I said, it's a good movie, but I'm not going to watch. I'm like, if it's on like Netflix or Hulu, and I see it, like, oh, cool, Goodwill Hunting.
It's the one that you add to your list, but never
going
watch
by.
it.
Yeah,
add to your list, but I ain't gonna click it though.
Yeah,
I'm cultured, so like no.
So people think I'm smart, and I watch smart
people
things.
Like, oh, he likes Goodwill Hunting. Like, I only watched it twice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I watch that all the time while I'm sipping wine. August Rush versus Aladdin.
Aladdin wins that one. Come on.
Yeah, Aladdin.
I love August Rush, but there's a pun in here.
Final four: Jumanji versus Mrs. Doubtfire. Mike.
I'm sure Mrs. Doubtfire was a very early part of my life, very confusing to a lot of aspects of my life.
Auntie was a man.
I actually was just thinking that. I was actually just thinking that. That's a fire song.
That is a fire song, though.
But I'm gonna go Jumanji.
It's a Kendrick song, Mike. I know you're confused.
He's like, what?
I was thinking about the movies. Like that old man was trying to hit on Robin Williams, thinking
He's trying to get that.
He was trying to get it.
So let me get that Mrs. D. I know you a man. It's like,
Hulu.
Jumanji, of course.
I like give Mrs. Doubtfire sympathy. She can't get
need
swept.
That vote. She don't need that vote.
She can't get swept.
She did in everybody's hearts. We know it.
Huck versus Aladdin. Mulu.
Aladdin.
Mike.
Oh, it's Hook.
It's Aladdin.
It's bullshit. Gotta fly. Gotta fight. Gotta crow. Gotta save Maggie. Gotta save Jack.
No.
It's Hook.
No.
I'm going straight to the magic carpet. If I gotta fly, we're flying on the carpet. And I can show you the world.
No, so back in 2000 and I don't know 5.
That's a good soundtrack.
On YouTube or LimeWire or something, came across a whole nude world. The song. So anytime I think
it was a song.
It was. Yeah. Somebody made the song and then dubbed it, put it over.
Came with the video.
No, it came and then they put it over a whole new world, like the clips. So like it's like a whole new world, a whole new fantastic way to screw.
There's definitely it's Rule 34. There's definitely Aladdin porn.
There probably there definitely is, but that's not
Sarah Palin porn. There's definitely fucking Aladdin porn.
Can't say I didn't watch it.
Sarah Palin porn?
Yeah.
There was.
Oh yeah. That was strong in the early 2000s. You can get that on LimeWire.
Everybody went and looked at it at least.
Yeah.
I got so many viruses.
Good old LimeWire.
Your computer or you?
Yeah, which one? You was trying to find a Sarah Palin. You was like, you look kind of like Sarah.
Who's nailing Palin?
Jumanji versus Aladdin.
Man. Shit. Jumanji. I got to. That's my movie.
Mike.
I'm gonna go. No, I'm gonna go Jumanji.
Yes.
I was gonna go with Aladdin. If you tied it up, with Aladdin, it was gonna win. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Aladdin's fire. Jumanji's fire. All these movies are fire.
Flawless.
The greatest Robin Williams movie of all time is Jumanji.
Hook is definitely my favorite.
Unless you're Mike, then it's Hook.
It's Hook. Jumanji is number 2.
No, it's not. We look
Jumanji,
where it's at.
For me, Hook, it's because I get it. It's because it was collusion.
It's number 1.
Whenever Mike loses his collusion. We're gonna do now is we're gonna do recommendations. So Mulu, you've done this before, obviously.
Yes.
So you can recommend anything you want. So we'll start with you.
Okay. I am going to recommend that you follow me on all social medias and
everything.
Do that yet. Music.com.
Can't do that.
Don't do your own stuff.
Why can't I do that?
You're doing your own stuff.
I recommend.
We do that right after.
All right.
Right after I say you already know how to do this, you messed it up.
I did. It's been a while, dog. It's been a while. Okay. I recommend watching the show Barry, because if you haven't watched it, I just started watching it not that long ago. Very good show. Watch that, or go watch that Kanye West documentary if you haven't, because
I'm not watching that.
Dog, at least watch the first 2 episodes.
I don't like Kanye West.
You watch the first 2 just so you can get that. It's like it's an inspiration. Like,
wasn't he like threatening to sue the makers of that? Didn't he like?
If he did, that's corny, because that's his boy.
I'm pretty sure
but that's irrelevant, because Kanye is not Kanye now. That's a different dude. That's the real Kanye in the first 2 episodes. You get the actual Kanye. Then they killed his mom, and then Kanye lost his fucking shit. But that's a conspiracy for a different podcast name.
Yeah.
Go watch the Ye documentary and go fucking watch Barry, because that's my recommendation right now.
Mike.
So
love people.
I've been I started listening to, so everybody knows my love for Last Podcast on the Left. So I've been listening to The Wizard and the Bruiser, which it's, I guess it's not similar to Last Podcast, but they pick like a nerdy topic. They go, they're Holden McNeely and I can't remember the other dude's name. I know it, but now I can't remember it now that I'm put on the spot, because it's a name that I've just started hearing. Yes, because Holden McNeely was on the Roundtable of Gentlemen and that Doom podcast, and now he's on Wizard and the Bruiser. But it's really good.
He's been on Wizard and the Bruiser.
Yeah. I know that, but I mean, like, Roundtable came first. You gotta think that all this stuff I've listened to years of their back catalog. I'm
like
listening
5
to
years,
now.
like 10 years later. I've been listening to the Last Podcast for like 5 years.
Yeah,
and I'm even didn't start at the beginning.
I'm almost caught up. I think I started just before episode 100, because I knew they were bad at the beginning. And I already listened to newer episodes, so I wasn't gonna do that to myself. But I've listened to almost all of them, including the side stories.
I don't listen to side stories.
I love side stories. I also started listening to Abe Lincoln's Top Hat. But Wizard and Bruiser, they do nerdy stuff. They go through the history of things. I learned a lot of stuff about some of my favorite things like Zelda and Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles and fucking GTA. And I'm listening to Deadpool. I like so much good shit. So Wizard and the Bruiser. It's all on the Last Podcast Network.
Yeah, I remember when it was something. I remember when it was Cave Comedy Radio.
Yeah, it's the episodes of Wizard of the Bruiser I'm listening to right now. Some of them are from the Cave Comedy Radio days, and then they changed over in 2017
to Last
Podcast Network.
Yeah. So my recommendation is going to be the new Kendrick Lamar album.
Damn it, I was gonna double
Mr.
back.
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. It's fire. It's if you're just looking for like just straight bangers and like to not think this ain't the album for you.
I don't know why anybody would think that would be one.
It's got like great songs, but like if you're just looking for like a club album or anything, you came to the wrong.
That's like
then you should listen to NBA Youngboy.
No, do not fucking do it.
But it's got fire. It's like a concept album. Like you pretty much, it's like you're going through therapy with him, because like in the beginning he's talking to like his girl and she's like, you need to go to therapy. He's like, fuck no, I don't. And then like you go through like the journey. He talks about like there's what's the song, We Cry Together, like it's about pretty much about a toxic relationship, like him and a girl interacting back and forth. But it's really good. What's the other song? Father Time is about having like daddy issues, like even as an adult having daddy issues. Savior, about like how nobody's gonna be your savior. Like, and he like name drops other rappers,
and he even got Kodak Black featuring in it, and it's not white.
Right.
My name's Kodak Black, but when you see me, I am white.
Auntie Diaries. Auntie Diaries is about like his trans aunt and his trans cousin. Yeah, it's his cousin. and he talks about like his journey and like dealing with that, and like that's a really important conversation, especially in like the black and even like the rap community as a whole, like like the LGBTQ plus community, and is it really treated great in the black community or the rap community? And Kendrick talking about it, I think, is going to open up a lot of conversation, which is good. So listen to that album. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do plugs. So MULU, now you can tell us all about you.
Yes. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all that at MULU Music. That's MULU Music. Or you just follow me in the journey and all that stuff on MULUmusic.com, which is back in the corner. I started a mailing list, so you can join that to be getting promo codes and all that stuff for merch. I got new merch. I'm gonna be selling that. This is a hoodie, but it's sideways and all that good shit. Wait, there we go.
There it is.
So yeah, we got that. I even got a little action on the sleeve. So I got hoodies, I got shirts. We're back in the swing of that. And just follow me on MULUmusic.com. Get on the mailing list, and you will always be notified about when stuff's dropping, when shows are popping. And I got a podcast as well that I started with a buddy of mine that opened up this studio. And it's called Bullshit with Jesse and MULU. And we're on Wednesdays. So, come kick it with us. Maybe we can have you guys come on there as well. We can do this stuff.
Hell yeah.
Still working out the kinks of like the other podcasts. But a lot of bullshit.
Hey, the kinks take a while to get worked out.
Definitely some moments, but we've had some fun moments.
It happens. We do our very first podcast we ever recorded is
only like, my voice is on it.
Yeah, only Mike. It's Mike talking to himself.
And before that, Travis and I did one, and it was one of the worst pieces of shit we've ever recorded in our entire life, and we both hated it, and we never released it.
It's like we had the 420 episode, and that one went on for like almost 3 hours before we realized that we were on for 3 hours. It's like just a bunch of random shit. But we're getting it to where we're actually gonna have some structure. So, but it's fun. We've had some good ones so far. We have 5 episodes. So
nice.
Nice. Yeah, that's the biggest thing is just figuring out your flow.
Yeah.
So I be tweeting and I be TikToking. You can follow me on both at dumbmoney213. That's DAMONEYT, the number 1, the number 3. You can follow me on both. Mike.
You can find me on Twitter, hi-fi_Mike. You can find all the shows on the T13 Media Network on our website at t13media.com. You can rate and review us on Spotify and Apple. 5s or fuck off, and that's the rule.
The golden rule: 5s or fuck off. And that's been this episode of Debatable. Case closed.